Hello everyone and welcome back to a new video, this time from the Drivers Room Acelith Design Endurance Championship Season 2, Round 7 and Tier 2. So, as we saw in the previous video for Tier 1, very exciting race, less crashes than I anticipated, a few penalties here and there from the boys for overextending. The track limits here are quite severe and weird at the best of times. And yeah, overall, very good race. G Rabbit and Cowboy, and who was it in P3? I think it was Kojin. Um, Very good race overall from the boys. Um, and I think Flappy did a one-stopper, so yeah, overall a very good race for the Tier 1 boys. But we're here to talk about the Tier 2 boys today. And yeah, let's head down to the grid, see where everyone qualified, and let's send these drivers off for round 7 and our second to last round of Season 2. All right, here we are down at the grid, and let's see where everyone qualified. In P1, we have a newcomer to the Thursday League and ADEC, Jim Clark. As we've seen from Drivers Room Sunday League, he has joined forces with Gadanitz and will be racing for Rockstar Racing um, in Tier 2 of ADEC. So welcome to you, Jim Clark. We have Koval in P2. Very good, strong qualifier there from Jim Clark, by the way, in his debut. And we have Gedanitz there in P3, Vatanen in P4. We have Quackers there in P5. Also doing a very good job, Quackers. As we have Dollars there in P6, Topa there in P7, Jason in P8. Very difficult qualifier there for Kim in P9. We have Janne there in P10. Rex also with a very. Let me reformulate here. Rex there with a very difficult qualifier as well, not able to get higher than P11. We have Race Clean or RC in P12, out qualifying Senna for this one in P13. So yeah, sure to be an interesting race. Group 2 on a short circuit of Grand Valley stature. Yeah, definitely to be an interesting one, as we saw in Tier 1. So good luck, boys. All right, here we are, waiting for 5 lights to go dark. As we are off for round 7 of Tier 2, as it's a very good start there from Jim Clark and Gadanitz, as Kowal gets a little bit left behind. Going into turn 1, fairly clean from everyone. As we go down to the SS now for the first time and into the double right-hander, which is going to be a heavy braking zone. Jim Clark in VR as well, so he's gonna do his absolute best to get moving. And I think we see some chaos in the background. So yeah, we have a race clean up there. Vatanen has completely disappeared. So we'll have to take a look after Jim Clark passes to start lap 2. Jim Clark with a good lead after just 1 lap. Taking a look back with Mr. Vatanen, because he suddenly disappeared from our board. Oh, he got a little pit maneuver there. As we see, it's chaos Ooh, for a lot of the other drivers. Looking back with Kimaru as well then, and seeing what happened as... Ooh, he hits Quackers because Quackers was standing still and does a 360, gets himself spun around, and Vatanen, does a handbrake turn. Oh, and we have Rexter into the wall by the looks of it. Oh, and we have... Oh... Taking a look back with Dollars as well. What in the hell happened to Dollars? He understeers into the tunnel. Oh my goodness. Dollars hasn't been able to do a lot of practice for this one, so he's a little bit underprepared. As we see the rest of the drivers starting lap 2. Kim then got himself turned around quite nicely. As we see Race Clean then in P6. In front of Quackers, Janne, and Senna, and Rex, and Topa, I believe. As we see Jason, very slow. Let's see what happened to Jason real quick, as I think he might have understeered. Oh, completely off track. And he tries to get out of the way for everyone, but that doesn't work. He slows down. 6 cars passing Jason. Oy, oy, oy. Dangerous way to make people pass you, but no damage done. As we see, Janne is chasing after Race Clean. Race Clean is having an amazing start in this one, as he has gotten himself into P5. Let's see if he can hold this. The rookie and the newcomer to Gran Turismo is in P5. Dollar's sister teammate doing very well. A little bit laggy and choppy, but he's still able to keep up a good pace. This is, of course, a very, very difficult track and a car combo. But Race Clean definitely doing remarkable work in this one. As we go through the most difficult section. And the Race Clean completely understeers into the wall. Well, he doesn't hit the wall, but he is able to stay alive. Loses a few positions. But the few laps he was ahead, definitely good performance. He is improving. As we see the team leader of the Hammer Squad, Kimaru, there. And will there be something? Oh! Taking a quick look back then with Rex, I think the little bit of lag might have put Rex off a little bit. He brakes. Oh, that was not intentional. That was not intentional. As he waits for Race Clean to regain his position. Back with Jim Clark then. Beautiful looking Rockstar livery that Gedanitz has made for Jim Clark. As he drifts through the tunnel, and Gedanitz and Koval in tow. As we see Gedanitz on soft tires. Huh. That is an interesting strategy. As we see mediums there for Jim, we see mediums there for Koval, and soft for Gedanitz. He might be going for a 10-lap stint all the way to the end. So that means like 5 pit stops for Gedanitz. We do have Koval extremely close. Koval wanting to definitely take P2 from Gedanitz. 2 very strong drivers in the driver's room. Oh, as we see understeery there from Gadanitz. I do miss seeing Venlowski on track, so where is Venlowski these days? Koval's countryman. Haven't seen Venlowski, I think, since Dragon Trail. So I would love to see Venlowski back in action. Maybe IRL has taken him away from Gran Turismo, as we see Koval is just sniffing the rear end of Gadanitz during that left-hander. Gadanitz getting the better exit out of the left-hander. Going into the twisty, into the tunnel, and starting lap 7. We're gonna take a look back down the field as we see Topa in P4. Not very excited for this track, as we heard in pre-race interviews. Quackers then in P5. We have Janne following closely behind. We have Kim. He has passed Senna and has a way better pace at the moment than him. We have Dollars right behind as well, trying to adapt to the race. We have Haldir in 10th. We have Rex there in P11. Vatanen all the way down in P12. And RC has been forced to retire due to technical issues. The hit might have caused more damage than it looked in turn 1. As we see Koval, oh, that. Alright, taking a look back with Gadanitz and Koval, I think Koval might have pushed a pass on Gadanitz. This could be a juicy moment for the stewards. Oh, yeah, that could technically be a push to pass. I think this is up for the stewards. Yeah, that could ruin Koval's result in the end, as Gadanitz gets slapped with a 3-second penalty, which is very undeserved for being pushed into the wall. We have Topa in P4. We have Quackers in P5, doing very well in this one. 59.7 there for Quackers, a 59.4 for Jim Clark. So Jim Clark doing very well in his debut. As we see Janne and Kim, we have Senna right behind Kim. As we're going on board with Senna until next. Oh, that was a big oopsie from Senna. Senna struggling as well on Grand Valley South. As we see Dowlers closing in on Senna as well, the big veteran. Come on, Dowlers. Both in the Lexus. Will Dowlers be able to make the move? Not yet. Not yet. As we see Haldir and Rex in a battle. And looks like Rex is not able to overtake Haldir. Haldir's doing an amazing job now of keeping Rex behind. Defended on the outside of turn 1 as he tries to do this race. Haldir, not a big fan of this combination either, as we heard in pre-race interviews. And yeah, Haldir definitely not a happy camper for this one. It's been a difficult track to drive, and he'd rather not do it, but he's here sticking it out. We're nonetheless, as he goes into the pits already. Rexton in P10 now. We have Vatanen in P10, 11. As we see Haldir coming out there. We have Jim Clark then. Almost about to lap Haldir as well. Koval closing in a little bit on Jim Clark as he takes the fastest lap of the race with a 59.2. Gadanitz into the pits after 10 laps. His left front is entirely cooked. As we see Quackers in P4. His rear left has taken a massive beating. This could be the drive. Oh. I see why his left rear is hurting. He has put racing soft on the back and mediums on the front. Yeah, that is an interesting decision, as we see Topa serving a penalty. And Quackers then in P3. Beautiful livery as well from Quackers. I will say the debutee or the rookie Quackers, very beautiful liveries on his cars. I think he joined back in High Speed Ring. Topa then, ever the P4, as we see Kim closing in on Jonna. Kim has used a lot more left tire than Jonna at the moment. Kim must be driving a little bit more aggressively than the Finn. He's closing in now into the difficult section, going into the tunnel. As we see Dowlers in front of Senna. And Gadanitz at this point. And Gadanitz opted for a new set of softs, so he's definitely going soft. As he goes on the outside into turn 1 and takes P7 from Dowlers. Jonna still holding off the Norwegian, his Viking neighbor. He seems to be a little bit stronger in the first sector, Jonna. And Kim seems to be closing in a little bit in the last sector. As Gadanitz is closing in as well. Will Kim be able to make a move on the Finn? Too far behind. He is close though. It's going to be difficult going past in the twisties. Kim does not have a proper run on Jonna. As we see, Kim now has to try and let Gadanitz through as well, or keep him behind. They're still on the same lap, of course. As Kim covers Gadanitz off, but losing time. Yeah, he is letting Gadanitz through. He's losing a lot of time up to Jonna though, Kim. But Janne's tires are looking way better than Kim's, so he's definitely using a lot more. Dallersden closing in on his teammate as well. Daller's doing good for basically no practice in this race. Senna in P8. We have Rex and Vatanen, 9 and 10. I think we lost another driver. I'm not sure who that is. We've lost RC. Oh, we've lost Quackers. Quackers is gone. Quackers has had technical issues as well. Engine failure. As we see Koval right on the heels of Jim. Koval has better life in his left front. As they still go for another lap, they're gonna scrap for another lap. Jim going very defensive into turn 1. Koval on the outside. And I think Jim still has P1. Koval on the outside into the S's. Going through to nab P1. No, Jim is able to stay in front. Hell of a drive there through the tight S's from both these drivers. Hell of a drive. As we see Dowlers into the pits. Dowlers has munched his tires. He's coming out there with some damage as well. Jim has gotten himself a little gap up to down to Koval again. As he still stays out for another lap. We have Rex there. Jim is doing an amazing job. The American really putting his stamp on his debut. As we see Vatanen into the pits. And Koval still, he's closing in on Jim. Maybe Koval is able to take him on the inside. And it's going to be a drag race down to turn 1. Koval will have the inside. No, he is behind the rear bumper now. Jim is desperate for new tires soon. As he still defends through turn 1. And still managing to keep himself into P1. Koval desperately looking for a way through. He's just not able to find a way past the American. Good drive from both these drivers as they fight for P1. I think this is probably Jim's in lap though. Or is he gonna stay out for one more? No, they both dive into the pits as we see Gadanitz there, due for another pit stop. We have Janne and Kim both to do a pit stop. It seems like Janne's tires have started to wear a lot more now, and Kim has got more or less control of his. But compared to Jim Clark is definitely pushing his car way more than Kim, because he had no tread left in his tires as Kim goes into the pits right there. Senna then in P6, taking P5. Senna just staying out of trouble, keeping it clean. Topa in P6. He has fallen down completely from his P4 spot, as he is just trying to survive in this one. New set of mediums then for Kim, and no mistakes as we had in the Group 3 race, where he went out on soft and really wanted to go out on medium. And Dowlers in P8, just in front of Vatanen there. We have Rex in P10, and a set of hard tires for some issues there from Jace as he disappears. Technical issues coming out of the pits. Tires not bolted on completely, maybe. As we see Koval and Jim Clark again then in a locked battle for P1. I think Kim is going to be able to battle Janne soon, so we gotta keep that in mind as well. Koval is way too... yeah, he's not close enough to Jim to do anything right now. And we see Janne in a battle for his life to keep P5. Kim closing in on him. Kim had a very bad qualifier, hated the qualifier. Just could not get a proper lap through. The qualifier is never Kim's strongest, but he has better consistency in the race. As he tries to find a way past Janne, will he go on the inside into turn 1? Oh, no touching between them, but Kim manages to get beautifully in front of Janne, moving himself up into P5, and he's going to take up the battle to chase down Topa in P4. Senna out in P8 with Vatanen there in P7. We have Rex, we have Dowlers with a 2.5 penalty. Definitely a race Dowlers wants to forget, I think. He has been in the podiums ever since his debut, and this might be the first race where he's not able to achieve that. As we see Jim Clark and Koval coming up behind to lap Dowlers. Oh, and Jim Clark understeers into the left-hander. Gonna open the opportunities for Koval to catch up. Going into turn 1 then, lap 24 here. Jim Clark is doing an amazing job in his debut. And he's giving Koval a fight. Not a lot of people that are able to give Koval a decent fight like this. Coming back then on lap 41, we have Jim Clark then still in P1 in front of Koval, and Koval in P2. A big distance now between them, as we see Jim Clark on racing hard. Was that a misclick from Jim when tires were changed, or was this intentional? He's definitely going to struggle a lot more. It's going to lose him about 2 seconds a lap, 2-3 seconds a lap. He's done a 1 minute on hards, so he's definitely got pace for it, but this is a weird decision from Clark. Oh! As there is no grip coming into the tunnel. But he held on to it beautifully. But yeah, that is a weird decision from Jim. Not really sure I understand why he's gone on hards, because Qually is closing in. And Qually is not going to squander this opportunity to try and get past Jim. Racing hards, ladies and gentlemen. Racing hards. Ay, ay, ay. That could be a blooper from Jim. But if he goes in now, it's definitely gonna hinder him a lot more. He's gonna fall behind Qually, as we see Kim in P3. And he's on a set of racing mediums. Will they last until the end? That is the question. As we see Topa in P4 with a 1.5-second penalty. I think that is probably the 3rd or 4th 2.5 penalty we've seen for Topa today. Might be a race for Topa to forget as well, but he's still doing well. He shouldn't count himself out yet. He definitely has the pace. Oh, but he goes into the wall. He is completely unfocused. As we see Vatanen and Janne coming up to close in the gap on Topa. We have Qually there in P2, trying to get past the back markers. Senna in P8, we have Rex there in P9, and Dowler's still struggling there in P10. Probably just doing quality laps at this point with a 59.1. A 58.8 there from Qually as the fastest lap of the race. Best sector time there from Dowler's. Maybe he can snag the fastest lap of the race. Let's see when he passes the start finish. If Dowlers can take the fastest lap. Oh, just missed out. There's not a lot separating Qually and Dowlers in the lap time. So we see Jim Clark still holding up a decent pace, decent tempo, but Qually definitely closing in. We're gonna see a 1 minute flat, 1 minute flat, 1 minute flat, 4 1 minute flats, and we have Qually with 59s and 58s. So yeah, Qually is a second a lap faster than Jim Clark at this point, and this is definitely going to be a big blooper for Jim. I would love to know what went through Jim's mind with hard compound tires. Definitely not the right choice in my opinion, but there could be some method in the madness for Jim. But he will not be able to keep Qually behind on racing hards, as he overextends and get us 1 second penalty. Oh, is it the debut nerves kicking in here for Jim? realizing he's just made a mistake. And he's making Koval's life difficult. He's not making it easy for Koval to get past, that's for sure. But this could be a mighty blooper. He might have to look back on this race and make sure he doesn't do that tire choice again. Ay, Jim, that is a shame. He's got to try everything in his power to try and keep up with Koval. Oh, as he power slides into the tunnel. Oh my goodness, Jim, you are a crazy person. Oh my goodness. This guy, he drifts through the tunnel. Ay. Pushing the car so hard, he drifts through the tunnel, ladies and gentlemen. Holy hell. Kim then in P3 as he completely misses and goes off into the sand. Luckily no damage done there for Kim. As we see, Gadanitz is closing in on worn tires. Kim should not be needing a pit stop anytime soon, but will the mediums last to the end? That is the question. Will the mediums last to the very end? Two very different strategies there from Gadanitz and Kim. As we see Vatanen in P5 there, going up to start lap 48 and going into turn 1. Janne in P6 with Senna in P7. As always, staying out of trouble there, Senna, and just trying to wait for others to make mistakes and then take a free position for himself. Topa with yet another second penalty, so I think that's his 5th or 6th penalty by this point, as we have seen. Yes, Topa definitely not enjoying this one. He went from 4th, is now all the way down in P8. Definitely starting to lose his focus and groove there at Topa. As we see Dowlers in P9. His soft tires are starting to die out, as we see mediums there for Rex, as he's on a fresh set that should last him towards the very end of the race for this round. Koval then just got a easy P1 from Jim in this final stint. So he should technically be good towards the very end there. Koval, easy win, and I think securing the championship as well. So definitely promotion into Tier 1. Second place runner-up is Gadanitz and Kim. It's about 22-ish points between Kim and Gadanitz before this round, and it's going to be interesting to see if Gadanitz or Kim is the promotee into Tier 1 for Season 3. It's going to be very exciting to see if, who of these two gets promoted into Tier 1 and has red doorboards on their cars for next season. And if I remember correctly, the last round is also double points, so that could also play into the points factor. As we see Gadanitz into the pits then for his final pit stop. Kim going through turn 1 now. as Vatanen takes P4, P6 for Gedanitz as he comes out of the pits on a fresh set of Racing Soft, just in front of Senna, as Senna has to avoid the German a little bit. Senna's gonna have to stick with Gedanitz. Rex in P8, just in front of his teammate Topa. As we see Topa slamming into the wall, getting slapped with another second and a half penalty. What is that, 7th or 8th penalty in a row now? Ay, ay, ay. Like I said, this is definitely Topa's race to forget. Probably punching his console. Punching the dash a lot right now. Yeah, Topa definitely not happy with this one. That I can tell you. Definitely one of the races to forget for Topa. As we see Dellers in P10. Not able to make a lot of leeway, but getting some points regardless. That is the best thing you can do at the moment. Koval in P1 still, and he's got a good gap down to Jim, but we do see the hard tires wearing out. Almost, yeah, the hard tires have worn out exactly the same as Koval's tires. There's no difference between Koval or Jim Clark when it comes to the tire wear right now. The left front has taken a massive beating on both cars. Jim has more tires on his other three tires, but Koval, yeah, there's not a big difference between them. Koval technically cannot go into the pits and pit because he will lose the position to Jim, but Jim could always follow if Koval decides to. As we see Kim now about to be lapped by the two leaders, which is kind of crazy to think about it. P3 about to be lapped by P1 and P2. So we see Gedanitz closing in on Kim, and we have just a few more laps to go. Gedanitz should not need a pit stop unless he forgot to refuel. As we see Janne and Senna, P5 and P6. Janne struggling. We have Senna closing in on the Finn. Will it be an overtake move from Senna? Good, strong overtake from Senna as they go into turn 1. Janne has the inside. I think Senna covers Janne off and moves himself up to P5. Beautiful start-finish straight overtake there from Senna as he takes P5. Very, very good job there from the Brit. As we see Kim then, about to be lapped by the leaders. Yeah, his tires have completely died off. I do not think they're gonna last for... oh, Kim goes in. Gedanitz into the tunnel. I think Gedanitz will come out in front. Kim comes out now. And I think he comes out like 5-6 seconds behind Gedanitz. But Kim can push. Gedanitz's tires are starting to wear a little bit. Kim can push a lot as we see him just leaving Senna in the dust. So yeah, Gedanitz could be in the danger zone if he makes mistakes now. Oh, a little drift there. He has to be careful. Kim is closing in. Kim is closing in a lot. Will it be enough? They have been lapped, so they won't be able to do the full 60 laps. This could be interesting. We're going to go down the field real quick and check everyone. We have Jonna there in P6, Vatanen for P7. We have Rex in P8. We have Dollars in P9. Topa with another penalty. And all the way down in P10. So yeah, like I said, this is one for Topa to completely forget about. Definitely kicking and screaming inside the cockpit. As we see Koval probably cheering right now that he has this win in the box. But there could be a post-race penalty from what happened between him and Gedanitz. So that could also be a deciding factor. Maybe Jim Clark gets a P1 in post-race. Yeah, Koval needs to be careful with stuff like that. As we see, yeah, the two, mediums for Koval and hards for Jim Clark. They show no difference on the left front tire. Absolutely no difference whatsoever. So they're wearing equally. As we see Gedanitz then, tire wear's definitely starting to kick in. As we see Kim, he is closing in, but will it be enough? Kim is pushing for all that he has, all the skill he has left in him to try and catch up to Gedanitz. Will it be enough? Kim is definitely trying. Kim has set a 58.9 as well, so best lap time for him in the entire 2 weeks of practice and race. Gedanitz's tires are cooked. It's the final lap. I don't think Kim is going to be able to do anything here, sadly. As we see Koval then on his final lap. Just be pay in mind that there might be a penalty post-race. But that is up for the Crazy Stewards as he goes to take the win. We have Jim Clark, P2. Very good, strong debut there for Jim Clark. Gedan is in P3. We have Kim there in P4. Very strong finish for Kim. As we see Vatanen and Senna drag race to the finish. As Senna keeps P5, Vatanen P6. We have Iana there in P7. We have Rexton for P8. And Topa has finished in P10. And Dowlers will take home P9. Frustrating race for Dowlers for sure. But Le Mans in the Group Force is the final race of the season. Well, that was it for round 7, tier 2. And yeah, very exciting race there. A few more incidents, spins, crashes in Tier 2 than we had in Tier 1. Like I said, in Tier 1, I expected like maybe 10 pit stops from each drivers because, accidents do happen. The walls are close, brake wrong into this section right here, as we see in screen, um, into the double right-hander. Yeah, it could cripple your car, but we saw very little of that in Tier 1. Um, Luckily for Tier 2, there's no heavy damage, so the damage fixes itself after 30 seconds. But penalties have been plenty. I think Topa has acquired about well over 10, 15 penalties in this one. Many that we didn't see on camera, but about 6, 7 we saw on camera. Yeah, I think Topa, Mr. P4, is definitely eager to forget about this race and never, ever wanting to do this one ever again. But yeah, um, there are strong races for some, weak races for others. And I think, as I said in Tier 1, that this race mostly benefited the wheel users over the pad users. I know Gadanitz is also a pad user from what I think he's told me, and but yeah, he did a remarkable job in any case then. But yeah, like I said, some tracks will be stronger for some, others will be the weaker track and car combo for sure. Le Mans is technically not that difficult. We have the Porsche curbs and the twisty section after the Mulsanne straight. That is definitely the more technical part where people could struggle a little bit more. It depends. So it's going to be very exciting to see what people can come up with, what people can perform in the final race in 2 weeks at Le Mans. It will be the chicane variant, so everyone will have to do the chicane in the Mulsanne Straight as well. But with that said, I have been Slingshot Cherbourg. I hope you all enjoyed this race. It was definitely an exciting one to watch. Great, strong debut from Jim Clark, so I take my hat off to you. All of the debutees so far this season has shown strong performances, and I think this is a clear sign of things to come. That the future is exciting for ADEC, and I can't wait to see what this championship unfolds into in the future. With more strong drivers coming in, we have a few more coming in for season 3. So that's going to be definitely exciting to watch. With that said, and as I said, I have been Slingshot Cherbourg. I will see you in the next one, and have a nice one.